This is Jake with A.G. Russell Knives, and today I have for you the A.G. Russell K12. One of our most popular knives of all time is the K93, and one of the most requested variants of the K93 is we've been asked to add handle materials and a pocket clip, and so that's what we've done. What the K93 and this knife are most well known for is the front hand lock, the front lock. And so to unlock this blade, you push up on this tab here, and you push down on the blade. So the way I do it is up with the thumb and down with the forefinger. And then with the thumb stud, you can give it a nice flick out. This blade comes in 3 handle materials. I have in my hand a smooth white bone. It also comes in a Cocobolo and a Green G10. I don't have those other 2 variants here with me, but I will give a link in the description and you can see a picture of the others too. This blade is using the A.G. Russell General Purpose blade. It's a mix between a drop point blade and a Wharncliffe blade, so it's not flat along the edge like a Wharncliffe, but it does have the needle point that the Wharncliffe is well known for. So you get just enough belly to be useful for the changing angle on there, so you could skin a rabbit if you needed to, but you still retained your needle point for picking out splinters or whatever other delicate work you need to put the knife blade to. So it's a nice general purpose blade, hence the name. This blade has a frame of all titanium, as well as a titanium pocket clip. The pocket clip is reversible, right or left hand carry. We of course have a sharpening choil here, so you can sharpen all the way to the edge. The inside is nice and cleaned out. And let me get it to focus here. The blade is using a 9CR 13 MOV stainless steel. So 9, that's 9 points of carbon. That's a higher carbon content than our average blade. So it's a nice 58 to 60 Rockwell. So it's not quite G-10 level, but it is getting into that premium steel level. So it's a nice has very nice edge retention, really sharp. Just no effort at all, even just a push cut or a sliding cut, however you wanted to do it. Very sharp. One thing a couple customers have told me they've done is they've smoothed down the thumb studs a little bit. They're mostly just fine for me. I haven't had any real problems with them, but they might be a little sharp depending on which exact knife you've gotten. All the ones I've felt have been fairly smoothed out, but if you need to customize it to your preference, go right ahead. We do have screws on the handle scales, so if you wanted to be really adventurous and customize it all the way, you could take these apart and add on your own screws there, your own scales. That might make for some interesting knife combinations. Really smooth on the pivot. I really like the deep pocket clip. So that'll sit all the way down in your pocket. Good retention on there without being crazy tight, so it's not like impossible to put to slide pants down in there. The Cocobolo and the smooth white bone will have some, because they're natural materials, they'll have some different quirks. So you can see we got kind of a cream color there instead of a white color. It's kind of hard to tell. Right on that corner there. And this side has some interesting yellows kind of woven in there, and there. Over time, your hand oils will darken up the handle scales, so it'll give it a nice, smooth, shiny kind of ivory look to it. And it'll darken just slightly with your hand oils. You'll have to carry it for a while though, to get that really nice look. We have a near mirror polish, a satin polish there on the blade. You can see I've kind of smudged it up with my fingers, but that's alright. I keep a handy leather chamois with me. We sell these too if you want to get your hands on some nice soft lambskin leather chamois. If you're not an avid collector, probably unnecessary. Depends how much fingerprints bother you. I'll put a link to these in the description too if you want to look at those. But a nice, pretty blade. Oh, let's get some measurements going here. Blade length. We are looking at 3 inches, just shy of 3 inches. So you're going to pass your 3-inch laws. And handle length, we are at 3 7/8. 3 7/8 there. We got the caliber. And blade thickness, we're looking at 0.11 inches or 2.93 millimeters. Handle thickness will vary just slightly on the natural materials, but we're at 11.9 millimeters or 0.46 inches, so just shy of half an inch thick. Width, 0.75 inches, 3/4. And width of blade, got a nice wide blade on there, 0.75, so just about 3/4 there too. Weighing in at 2.4 ounces for the smooth white bone. The others will be similar in weight, give or take a few points. But that will conclude my overview of the A.G. Russell K12. Don't forget we have it in Green G10 and a nice hardwood Cocobolo as well. Thank you guys for watching. Stay sharp.